Hey guys, Nero here. Welcome to the upstairs. I want to talk about drugs again today. I think I might. I don't know. I say again because I don't remember if I actually talked about drugs once before or not. So I say again because I can't quite recall. Because I've shot videos on everything up under the sun. So yeah. But today I want to talk about drugs, drug use, addiction, and addicts themselves. Now, tomorrow at school, we are going to be having a drug conference, assembly, seminar, something or other. I don't know what it's called, but they're going to be talking about drugs, drug use, addicts, addiction, blah, 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 etc., yada, yada, blase, blase. The list goes on. So, today, before this assembly, I'll shoot a video later on in the week, post-assembly as well, just in case to update you on if I learned anything at all. But to me, I find this assembly to be basically pointless. Now, why? Because sure, you're gonna have first-hand accounts of drug use and what it does to people, and you're gonna have addicts or people that are no longer addicts up there talking to you about drugs and addiction. Granted, that may help a few people, and that's all the school really does want to accomplish, is to get the word out there to a few people. But I want to talk about my accounts and why this is pointless in my own personal opinion. Now, to me, this assembly or seminar, or whatever you want to call it, is pointless because, like I said, sure, you're going to have these people up there, and you might catch a few attention spans, that are long enough to actually sit through a 2.5-hour seminar, or assembly, but is it worth it? How many of these children are actually going to sit there and pay attention to what you have to say? How many of these kids care? And another thing is, these kids who in this rural area and city area around this, this county that we're in, who are already on drugs, this seminar is not going to help them. These kids whose parents do drugs and they're thinking about it, this isn't going to help them. And actually, all right, people whose parents do drugs, there's two paths they pick. There's either they start doing drugs, or they don't because they're afraid. Now, I don't mean afraid as like, oh my gosh, if I do drugs, I'm going to die. Not that kind of afraid, but like, basically, what it is, alright, my own personal experiences. This is what I'm going to explain to you. My mother was a drug dealer for 4 or 5 years, somewhere in there. Okay. Now, from 11 to 16, I think it was, I dealt with my mother having numerous amounts of drug addicts in my house. And granted, I can argue the fact, and people can argue the fact, that I had a great life. I mean, we had money, never had to want for anything. I mean, I basically had like no less than 16 drug addicts in my house at one time. And that is a downfall. It is. It's one of the bad sides of having a parent as a drug dealer, or you being a drug dealer yourself, is having so many people in your house. Now, my mother would run it like a business, basically. 9 to 5, 7 to 10, whatever. Business hours. She'd send out a menu, things like that. I know, it sounds absurd, ludicrous. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, okay, my mother was so good at her job, I guess, because if someone wanted drugs, but we had a sink full of dishes, or a dirty floor, or laundry needed done, or rooms needed cleaned, or whatever, yeah, come clean my house. I'll give you free meth, basically. Or free crack, coke, heroin. Not heroin. No, not heroin. That's one thing my mother did not sell. Percocet, Vicodin, Valium, Klonopin, Xanax. The list goes on. Drugs, You want drugs? Come clean my house. I'll give you drugs at discount, if not free prices. So yeah, that's what I dealt with for about 4.5, 5 years. Now, a lot of people can think, yeah, that's cool. You got a clean house. If I ever wanted food or a new Xbox game, yeah, bring this to my house. You can get drugs. You know, go pick up myself this game, or bring me home a pizza and I'll give you drugs. Whatever. That was kind of cool. Granted, yes. Now, I'm not promoting drugs, drug dealing at all. Well, the point I'm trying to say, or the point I'm trying to convey, really, is that it was a horrible life. I mean, I had to watch the children of junkies, like straight junkies, every day. Kids from the ages of 6 months to 6 years, 7 years, 9, somewhere in there. These kids whose parents had no control over them. These kids who if it weren't for me, I mean, I have to glorify myself, but if it weren't for me, would probably be in CPS because or they'd be plumb stupid. I mean, these kids were not that bright. I mean, this is the older ones, like the 7, 8, 9-year-olds that just didn't know anything, disrespectful, and didn't pay attention and didn't listen to anything you had to say. I mean, they were bad. It was bad. But I don't blame the children. I blame their parents. And I don't really blame the parents. I blame the drugs. Now, okay. So yes, there's that. On top of that, I mean, it sucks. Really, it does. One time, this guy, a heroin addict. He was in my bedroom, and it was my bedroom, so I'm not gonna leave because he's gonna do drugs. But he was gonna shoot heroin into his veins, and I was gonna walk out of the room. I don't want to watch you shoot heroin into your veins. I'm not gonna watch you sit there and get high. I watched numerous amounts of times, countless. I watched people snort drugs or smoke drugs. That didn't bother me. But you're gonna shoot heroin in front of I think I was 15 at the time. You're gonna shoot heroin in front of a 15-year-old boy, and then have the balls, the gall, the moxie, the muse. Basically, I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there now. But to have the gall to ask me to sit there and watch you shoot up because you were afraid you were gonna fall out and die. I mean, thank goodness he didn't. But I had to sit there and watch him do that, just so to make sure he would be safe. That's horrible. I was 15. I mean, I'm 18 now. I've survived. But, I mean, I'm 14, 15, 16 years old raising children, basically. That was really bad, too. And it just... I mean, I've had guns in my face. I've carried thousands of dollars. I've been yelled at, threatened. I've seen every drug in the world done. It's a horrible life. And I don't know how else to convey that, but I mean, basically, don't do drugs. Don't be around drugs. Now, I think if I have talked about drugs before, I talked about addiction itself, and that you're not actually addicted to the drug. You're addicted to the feeling the drug gives you or makes you have. And I'm not gonna get back into that because I'm already at 9 minutes. So I don't really go another 9 minutes describing that. But I mean, like I've said before in that video that I'm talking about, when I'm talking about addiction, it's not the person's fault really. It's the drug. The drug gets them hooked on that feeling. And addiction is a disease. It's a disorder. And together we can stop that. Really, I mean, it All you have to do is look out for it. You know, if you see someone, snorting a drug or smoking a drug, and I'm not talking marijuana. To me, marijuana is not a drug. When I say smoking a drug, I mean crack. I mean, meth. I mean any other smokable substances other than marijuana. Marijuana is not truly a drug. It's, whatever. But, I mean, right now it's legal. So if you do smoking marijuana, go ahead, feel free. But these drugs that, people are on, if you see them snorting, shooting, smoking, taking, popping, whatever, these drugs, feel free to call the police. And or get them help somehow. Make them go to a rehabilitation center, something. I mean, my mother's spending a year and a half in prison. I think she's at a little over a year now, and she gets out May 11th. But she was going to spend 4 years. If it wasn't for the IPP program, she'd be spending the 4 years. So, yeah. Granted, it sucks. It really does. But only you can prevent drug use. You yourself. In drug use in yourself, you can prevent that. If you see a drug, do not let people peer pressure you. I mean, hey man, you want to smoke some crack, or hey man, you want to try some heroin, or hey man, you want some shrooms or some Percocet, or no, just say no. That's all you have to do is just say no. Abstinence, abstain from drug use. Just say no. That's all you have to do. And if they keep pushing you to do those things, walk away. Get in your car. Drive away. Walk. Whatever. Just say no. Don't let them drag you in. And if they keep doing it, don't be friends with them anymore. That's, 12 minutes. That's twice my usual video length. I'm just going to leave it there at that. Have a great day, guys. And like I said, only you can prevent drug use. So please feel free to go out there and do that. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay clean. Love you.